What if I told you that there was a way to ride out your urges instead of giving in to them? We often think it's our behavior, such as drinking or snapping at someone when we're angry, that's the problem. But the real challenge happens earlier. It's the urge. Instead of asking, how do I stop the behavior? A better question is, how can I intervene when the urge first hits? That is where urge surfing comes in. So, what is urge surfing? It can be defined as a mindfulness based coping skill that helps you sit with your cravings instead of acting on them. Imagine your urge as an ocean wave. It rises, peaks, and does eventually dissolve. Your breath, that's your surfboard, helping you ride the wave to safety. The whole idea here is to observe your urge with curiosity. Don't judge it, just notice it. By doing this, you give yourself the power to let the wave pass without giving into the urge. Now, how does urge surfing practically look? First, when you feel an urge, pause. Take a deep breath. Instead of trying to avoid it or push it away, actively focus on it. Notice where you feel it in your body. Is it your chest, your stomach, your hands? Visualize the urge as a wave building and crashing. As you breathe, imagine yourself riding it out, just like a surfer. Remember that urges are temporary. They do not last forever. If you don't act on them, they will fade away. One important thing to remember is that urge surfing is a skill. It's not something you'll master overnight. It takes practice. At first, you might even feel like your urges are coming up a bit more often, and this is totally normal. It's called an extinction burst. The key here is to not get discouraged. With time and practice, you will get better at noticing, accepting, and riding out those urges. And trust me, the effort is worth it. So, why does urge surfing work? The secret lies in your brain. When you practice mindful attention, such as observing your urges without reacting, you're actually engaging and retraining specific parts of your brain. Let's specifically talk about the prefrontal cortex. It's the part of your brain responsible for decision making, impulse control, and self regulation. When you ride out an urge instead of giving into it, you're strengthening this part of your brain. Think of it like a muscle. The more you use it to pause and observe instead of reacting impulsively, the stronger it gets. At the same time, you're calming down your amygdala, the part of your brain that processes emotions, especially fear and stress. When you feel an urge, the amygdala often sounds the alarm, making the craving feel urgent and overwhelming. By breathing and staying present, you're signaling to your amygdala, hey, we're safe. There's no need to panic. Over time, this reduces the intensity of your cravings. This process taps into the concept of neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to form new connections and break old ones. When you consistently practice urge surfing, you're rewiring how your brain responds to cravings. Instead of jumping straight into action, your brain learns to pause, observe, and let the urge pass. Another key player in this whole process is dopamine, the chemical that creates feelings of pleasure and reward. Often, urges are linked to behaviors that release a surge of dopamine, like drinking, smoking, or even overeating. By not giving into the urge and instead practicing mindfulness, you're reducing the brain's association between the craving and the reward. This weakens the habit over time. In a way, you're teaching that beautiful brain of yours that you don't need to chase the reward to feel okay. So, if you struggle with urges, maybe urge surfing is the skill you've been looking for. Thanks for watching. If this was helpful, be sure to like, share, subscribe, and let me know down in the comments Will this be helpful for you or not?